Hey guys, it's Destiny back with another video, and you're watching the Decimania channel on YouTube. Time for another Thursday night Impact review. TNA Wrestling Impact review for April 2nd, 2026. Did not really care for the show that much. I mean, it wasn't exactly the greatest. I really don't know what I liked on this show, really. I don't know, I guess the opening match was fun. The main event was kind of fun, I guess, but, I don't really know. There was only, 4 matches on this show. A lot of backstage stuff, let's get right into it. This is your TNA Wrestling episode review for April 2nd, 2026. Kicked it off with a promo from the System. Not the System, Mike Santana. And he talked about how he beat Steve Macklin at Rebellion, or not at Rebellion, but Sacrifice, but I'm like, no, it was a no contest. Steve, I think, got hurt. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he's actually hurt. I heard it was maybe a concussion scare or something. I'm not really sure. But Steve wasn't on the show tonight, which sucks. And Leon Slater, Trey Miguel, Moose, and Ali, and all these other guys interrupted. So then we ended up getting a 8-man tag team match. It was Mustafa Ali, Special Agent Zero, Eddie Edwards, and Cedric Alexander versus Trey Miguel, Mike Santana, Leon Slater, and Moose. So that match happened. It was fun. The heels got the win. We had a backstage segment. This probably was the most interesting thing on the show, except that and the Hardys stuff. I mean, it wasn't a bad show, it just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't the greatest. Daria Ray was backstage with Santino, and she's like, what the heck was that? Why did you just make that match impromptu? And Santino's like, what? The fans wanted it. And basically implied that she was at a board meeting when Nick Nemeth got attacked or something. And we did find out who that was later on in the night, so that wasn't a big mystery or anything that happened. I figured it was going to be Macklin, but I'm kind of surprised at who it was, and we'll talk about that. Let's see. The Hardys, they were out to the ring to express their feelings about being betrayed by the Righteous, and they were like, look, under different circumstances, we could have been really good friends. And the Righteous came out. They were like, we don't want your tag team titles. We just want Sacrifice or something like it. It was weird. I don't remember what they were doing, but finally the Hardys were like, fine, tag team titles are on the line next week, and it's going to be a tag team tables match. Now, the last time we saw a tag team tables match involving the Hardys, I believe it was against the Dudleys at Bound for Glory of last year. I still need to go back and watch that match. Eric Young, he cut a promo backstage. I don't really know who he was confronting. I was doing something, getting a drink or something. I don't remember what I was doing, but we had a bunkhouse match again between Tessa Blanchard and Jody Threat. Tessa basically beat her unconscious to win the match. Took a belt that she had, and then she took the referee's belt. And choked Jody Threat out with it. We had some more stuff from the Undead Realm. From Rosemary and Allie. I think Tessa Blanchard walked in at the end of the show to something. I don't know what happened exactly, but Tessa was in the closing minute of the show. Or like 30 seconds. Stax and Ariana confronted Mike Santana and was like, hey, look, you need to start winning like a champion, and, giving him all this advice. You're a loser, you need to do this, and Santana was not having it. Elijah was backstage with Frankie Kazarian, BDE, and Ryan Nemeth. Ryan Nemeth's trying to figure out who attacked his brother, because Nick Nemeth got laid out at Sacrifice. And then, Ryan, he's accusing BDE because, did you do this because I beat you at Sacrifice? And BDE is like, no, I had no idea what you're talking about. And then Frankie Kazarian shows up and starts talking trash to BDE. Elijah comes in and he's like, he's telling BDE, like, I would be more than happy. Everyone would be more than happy if you would shut him up. Talking about Frankie Kazarian. AJ Francis took on the hometown man. Quick victory over him. And then he showed footage of Nick Nemeth being attacked. And then he admitted, look, it was me. I did it. Yeah, it was weird. I'm kind of surprised that they went in that direction. Are they gonna turn Nick Nemeth babyface now, or I don't know what's going on. Robbie Brookside was in the back with Zaya Brookside and Lei Ying Lee. Robbie Brookside being Zaya's daughter. Or father, sorry, I cannot talk today, I'm sorry. But he was there to support his daughter. Ariana Grace took on Zaya Brookside for the Knockout Championship. I don't like that Stax interfered in this match a bunch. I don't really like that. I mean, Lei Ying Lee was out there to attack him, which was good. But Grace ended up retaining, and it's going to be her and Lei Ying Lee at Rebellion next Saturday. But all in all, it was an okay show. Mike Santana and Eddie Edwards had the final segment. I don't really know why they felt the need to have another one when they had one earlier in the night. I don't know, it was weird. I don't really like that they are just, I don't know, Eddie Edwards is not a bad wrestler, he just doesn't have you need to be able to talk the people into your matches, into watching your matches. Eddie just can't do that. Like, him and Davey Richards were a very good tag team when I first saw them in TNA. Loved their series with the Hardys and Team 3D, their matches with Beer Money that they had. I liked all that stuff. But Eddie just doesn't have the mic skills, I don't think. Nothing, that's not a knock on him or anything, but he just doesn't. I mean, I don't know. And then we had the whole Tessa Blanchard walking in on the Undead Realm stuff to end the show. I don't know how I feel about this ending. The show didn't really do anything for me in terms of, like, getting me excited for Rebellion or anything. I don't really like that this is just a 2-week build. I don't care for it. The show wasn't bad. It wasn't really outstanding either. Like, this isn't one of those episodes that I'm gonna look back on 5 years from now and be like, oh wow, that was a great show. Like, you know, we're coming up on the 5 years since CM Punk came back to wrestling and it was in AEW. People are going to be talking about that night. I remember where I was when that happened. You know. And it's in 5 years. I'm not going to remember this night. Probably. Like, I don't know. It just wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst I've seen, but it wasn't the best either. It's kind of a mixed bag. But I'll see you guys later. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Gonna have a figure review. I don't know yet. I'm gonna review a figure later next week probably. But till then, I'll see you guys later. I'll try to get that ECW DVD review up possibly this weekend if I can. Just been really busy with the baby and stuff like that, but I will get it up for you guys at some point this month. And then I'll do volume 3 at some point down the road. But until then, stay safe. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you won't miss any new content. I upload weekly. This kind of has become a TNA channel. I'm still going to do WWE stuff when I can. And AEW. But, I'm still going to be doing a lot of figure reviews and stuff like that. You know, I love doing those. But, I don't know. Guess I'll see you guys later this weekend or something. But, till then, thank you for watching. Stay safe. And God bless you.